Nice, so easy to vlog. I can literally just film and then.
Oh yeah? Nice. Let's go, bro.
So what do? Do you just like make clothes in general?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah, it's all couture stuff basically.
Nice.
With all my own patterns and
Yeah.
source fabric, etc.
Is it just like a creative hobby, or are you working towards something?
I've moved to London for it, literally.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Seriously?
So I was born in London and then moved to.
They got bottle openers.
Oh, nice. Thanks, bro.
Oh, love team, man.
Nah, no worries. Sweet, yeah?
Broski, love, my guy. I'll call you in it. Love.
Yeah, so I was born here and then moved to Australia and then always wanted to move back and then so.
Would you say, how is Australia like in terms of creative stuff?
Depends what city you're in.
Yeah.
Like if you're in Melbourne, like you can get kind of somewhere, but like the problem is you're an island in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's just like full stop here.
Yeah.
Like so that's.
It's hard to like go, like for example, we can go from here to Paris on a train. And,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like friends here that I've been talking to who like a friend of mine owns a vintage store in London Bridge.
Yeah.
And she's like, I go to Italy every 2 months
Literally,
to pick up some
yeah.
vintage shit and then come back. And to me, I'm like, then like, you know, I'm talking to these guys, I'm talking about how like when I just started doing clothes, I was like, I'm gonna go to Japan and look at some like kimono cuts and blah, blah, blah and all this shit. And everyone here is like, whoa, you went to Japan? Holy fuck. And it's like, that's like Europe for us, you know what I mean? Like that's the only way, that's the only like good place we can go to from there. But yeah, so then just was like, if I'm gonna try and make anything in my clothes stuff, I gotta like come here.
Yeah.
Because it's just like such a big juncture between where you can just get your shit out, you know. And obviously, like, if I want to go to Paris and look at some collections and stuff like that, I can just catch a train and go, or fly and go, or whatever. Which is like
Mind blowing.
a mind fuck for someone who's like in the middle of nowhere. So it's like, but yeah.
Yeah, because I can imagine in Australia you probably have to take an expensive flight anywhere.
Absolutely, it's like minimum of like at least 500 quid at least.
Yeah, I can
to get
imagine.
anywhere outside of Asia, basically.
Yeah.
So again, like, you know, for holidays last year, we were going through Europe and shit, and like friends in Australia were like, holy shit, what the hell are you going to like south of France? It's fucking crazy. Like,
People think we're crazy because I literally just took a random flight to Serbia. People are like, you're going to Serbia? I'm like, it's a £20 flight.
yeah,
It's like,
exactly. It's like I'm just like trying to explain to Australian friends, being like, I'm literally looking at the cheapest flights that I can get with Ryanair. It's like 10 quid return.
Ollie, go show us your project. Show us something, bro. Where's the shoe? Bring the shoe.
Do something.
Show us something. Put something in my hand.
It's the 8th. It's the 8th, fam.
So today's the 8th, 8 days into 2022. And, you know, spoke to the team. Literally, this is like mad short, last minute. I was like, I just called everyone. I was like, what are you guys doing? And we just wanted to get together. So I just want to thank you guys for like pulling up because that was just crazy.
This is the studio. This is where it goes down.
You know what I like, yeah? Is that everybody in this room is making. Like, everyone is making from themselves. Like, literally, I don't know anyone that's like just off somewhere else, like, and they don't know how to do whatever they do from scratch. Like, I pick up a pencil, like, everyone could go on Photoshop, do all, like, whatever it is.
Skill house.
Research everything. Like,
Talent
it
house,
comes
bro.
from.
Don't forget the music.
Yeah, fam, and then, like, now we're in, like, a studio, like, fam, I swear, I talk with my boy about getting
I was talking to you about this 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
So, like, and now I see, like, an actual studio, fam, like, that's just got everything that. Yeah,
You're
it's
gassed.
mad. No, I'm happy, fam. I'm happy. I was like, you know
Bro,
what?
talk to us about these shoes.
So yeah, this is the studio. This is where it all goes down, basically.
Yep.
All handmade shoes.
Where'd you get a leather from?
All my leather. Oh my god, my change is falling off. All my leather is all from Walter's Original. Walter's Original. That's where you go, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where I go.
Yeah.
I just wanted to just get that on camera. They're amazing, by the way.
Yeah, no.
You guys got, if you're like looking to make bags, shoes, anything really, they do like they actually do amazing leather. That's the only place I get my leather from. But yeah. I see you got some.
Yeah, that's where I got the fit. That's where I got all the.
What is that where you get suede as well?
Yeah, suede, fish skin. That's where I get all from.
So so tell us about these shoes specifically. What inspired you? You woke up, you thought, fuck it, I want to make a...
Well, yeah, Jordan 4, overall, Jordan 4s are my favourite shoes.
Yeah.
And I thought...
Did you listen to that Dave song?
Nah, Jordan 4s are literally my favourite shoes, and and my favourite colour is purple. So I thought, it's got purple on the soles, and I thought, yeah, do you know what? I literally just bought these soles as well, they're second hand.
So the soles kind of inspired your design?
Yeah, because I thought, I'm not going to buy a brand new pair first, because I've never made a Jordan 4, so what I'd done was I bought the soles, and then I went off the soles, and I thought, then I come across the purple fish skin, then I wanted to give the shoe a meaning.
The fish skin shit is mad.
Do you guys walk around in the store to get the fish skin, or do you just like
they're just
go
there
online and just...
No. So they've got like all different colours and things like that.
They do fish skin, they do stingray, leather.
But I like to go there. I like to go there before I even got a design and then go through all their leathers, like walk around like it's Tesco's. And I'm like, oh, I could do this, do that, because it's easier. But now I've got loads of sample books and everything now, so they've given me loads of samples that I can just play around with. So I went with this shoe. I went with a meaning to it. So I wanted to add like the blue to represent like water. Obviously, you got the fish skin. You got the this elephant print on lamb, but it reminds me of like coral. And then I added a fishing net to it as well. So it's like a fish theme.
Well, that's actual net. So
yeah, fishing net. Yeah, I cut a fishing net up.
Shit.
And then
I like these ones. Like these are.
What did I name them?
And you made everything on this machine. This machine?
This is all on that, yeah.
Wow. So yeah, so he started off on this.
So these shoes are actually called Purple Dragon.
Purple Dragon, nice.
Because it's a purple Siamese fighting fish.
Okay.
So I thought...
That's what the fish is for this. Is that the fish?
No, this is not the actual fish,
that's
but
just a concept.
it is, I just thought Purple Dragon's a good name, and behind it is an actual fish. So I thought, yeah. Then I took them to an actual fish shop and started getting pictures of the fish tanks. I had them in a fish tank, in like one without water, and that. I was getting pictures of that. And then the workers are like, "What? You make shoes?" I was like, "Yeah, look, it's fish skin." They were like, "What?" Yeah, their reaction was crazy.
Yeah, these are hard. No, these are hard.
Yeah, even when I wear these out, I wore these to Topgolf the other day, and the security was like,
Put one on. Let me see.
I was like, "Where did you get your shoes?" I was like, "Oh, I'll make them." But you know when you tell people you make your shoes, they just think, oh, they just paint them.
Yeah. What did they say? The next question, what, from scratch?
It's because there was that, you know, that era of like custom Air Force Ones, and people just like paint on Air Force Ones.
But that's where most people, that's where I started, that's where he started from.
Yeah.
But on the other side there, so all these ones are...
I started painting shoes,
or like paint or like actual Air Force Ones that he had custom.
So I've been painting, I've been painting shoes probably about 5 years.
They look great on foot, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like these look.
Yeah, I double foamed them so they're even comfier as well. That's why the tongues are.
Bro, look at those. You gotta look at them properly. Like you start to forget that he made the whole shoe. This is not. We're not talking about.
Yeah, when I wear them out, they get a lot of looks. Even all my shoes, to be fair.
Yeah, those are heat, man.
Because people are probably like, they know you can't buy it anywhere, so they're just wondering like,
exactly
where
Where'd you get them?
Like when I was at Topgolf, I had a few even randomers come up to me while I was eating. They're like, "Where did you get your shoes?" I was like,
yeah.
Here's business card. Here's the business card.
Crazy.
But yeah, wearing them out is probably the best thing. Even like at my work, when I'm on set and things, I was just rocking these round. I had all the actors and that going, "Oh, what? I like your shoes," and that. I was like, "Yeah, business card, business card." But yeah, making shoes is probably the best thing that I've ever done. I'm trying to make it into. My overall goal of this business is opening up my own sneaker school.
That's what's up.
Nice.
I wanna have a warehouse where you could come along and just make your own shoe, have fun.
Yeah.
Not just shoes, making clothes, everything in just a warehouse where it's just all there, all the gear there, and all the creators. You know what I mean?
Bro, you gotta tell them how we met, man. I know we were talking about this earlier, but it's always important.
Oh, how we met. So how me and Lee met was when I first started.
He's in his VR world.
So this is my first ever mock-up shoe that I made before I didn't even know how to use a sewing machine. This is a year ago now. And this is Amazon leather. This is straight off Amazon. £10 on leather, because I didn't even know where to buy leather.
Yeah.
And then I found a place 15 minutes down the road, which is a wholesaler's for leather. And then when I got there, I took this with me and I said, look, this is what I want to start doing. And they said, oh, we know someone called Lee that does it, and he only lives around the corner from me. So I reached out to him on Instagram, and I thought I was the only guy actually in England doing this type of shit. And then I looked at his page and he's making shit out of python skin, and I'm like, fuck, it really is possible then. And then yeah, so that's when that's how we met.
And I think for me that story is just crazy, because I remember when like you messaged me on Instagram and I looked at your page and I was like, what? I was like, and then he showed me, what killed it was he showed me this hand machine.
Yeah.
And I was like, what, you made that off this fucking hand, like by watching YouTube videos and just like, do you know what I mean? Because, you know, for me, it's like, I had been in a studio, so it was different, but he was starting out and he came around to my house, we're testing out my machine, he didn't have this studio, and it's been like a year, and look at all the shoes he's made and just what he's done. So he now inspires me, do you know what I'm saying?
Have you done like any sort of like custom work for different people?
Oh
like,
yeah,
specific
shit.
Oh yeah. So I've made shoes for Nico, like the Beta Squad.
Yeah.
Johnny Carey, and now I've got a lot of connections with like a lot of artists that.
Nice.
The biggest connection that I've made right now is probably French Montana's blood brother.
Yeah.
Like Coke Boy's the president and his producer.
Nice.
I chat to his producer a lot, to be fair. Like he's boys with Tory Lane and everyone. So
which is good. You have an in.
So I'm trying to.
Yeah.
My overall goal, I'm trying to literally get a shoe out to French Montana. That's probably one of the biggest people that I'm trying to fuck around with, which would be sick. But yeah, so this workshop's all made by me as well, the whole
How much, just for people watching, what's the...
I've built the whole lot on my ones.
Just for watching, what's the like cost of like all these different bits of equipment, or like how much did you buy them for?
You see me, I'm most cheapskate hustler you ever meet, so I made sure that was the most cheapest sewing machine on eBay. That was £70 I found it for.
Yeah.
That sewing machine. This laser engraver, I had a 3D printer that I actually found outside on the corner of a road, a 3D printer, and I sold it for £150. And I've found this laser engraver and I thought I sold the 3D printer and invested into this, so I ended up paying £70 for that on Facebook Market.
Yeah, dope.
Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook Market, yeah. That's where I get pretty much all my shit. Heat press and vinyl cutter. I think that worked out around £100. Facebook Market again. The sewing machine, I got to say a big thank you to my family for, because I said, they all was like, what do I want for my 21st? Oh no, I think it was my 21st. Yeah, it was my 21st birthday. I said, I don't want nothing, all I want is a sewing machine. So I got all my brothers, all my mum and dad all chipped in and just bought me this.
Dope.
So yeah, I've just...
That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just... You buy little bits and bobs in it and you just build up slowly, really. The most costly thing is probably buying levers, buying hides.
Leather is actually not as expensive though, bro.
Nah, it's not, but it depends.
You can get like, we call it like skins. You can get a whole skin
of
like pretty good high-end quality leather for £60.
Yeah.
And that would make you, I want to say, maybe 3 pairs of shoes. Maybe 2-3 pairs at least. So for £60, obviously you need to buy other
But then
material.
obviously it's more expensive because you have to buy obviously the sole and
But it's not too bad.
Yeah.
With the sole, do you buy
a brand new shoe?
Yeah, so you just
not
buy like
always.
the cheapest one.
I like to go on like Depop and things and buy second hand, and then I'll just clean it up. So what you lot haven't actually seen yet is behind you, underneath, I've made a UV box. So you know when soles go like from white to yellow?
Yeah.
That box there is a UV light. Yeah, inside that box is a UV light that I built, and it makes it from like icy basically again. So it makes yellow soles back to white, or you know like icy soles that go yellow.
Yeah.
They make it go clear again.
Wow.
Yeah. Look. Yeah. So it's a UV light in there. And also that's my last in post. That's what I put the shoe last on the last shoe up.
Okay.
And that's how I take it off for now. Oh yeah, I built that as well. Yeah, so what I was saying was this whole shed was built. So I was renting out a different workshop in Harefield.
Yeah.
At the time, I had a porter cabin. That's how big it was, and I was renting that out for a few months, maybe nearly a year actually.
Yeah.
Actually, no, half a year I think. And then while I was renting that, I was building this. So, and all this is like scrapped, like going around to skips, getting pieces of wood out and shit. Yeah, because like I said, I'm very cheapskate. Wanted to keep it cheap. Yeah, I wanted to recycle a lot. It's a lot of recycling, like keeping it cheap as possible. And
yeah.
So yeah.
You did this artwork on the wall.
So this artwork, my boy, he's actually a graffiti artist. So I wanted a theme to my wall. Yeah. I wanted fire, water, magic, and ice. And this is the design that I come up with, and I got him to spray up fire, water, magic, and ice, which was quite sick.
I'm trying to do like sneakers, but you can kind of see it changes the shape. Yeah, bro, it's wild, man. It's crazy, like.
Yeah, I'm about to take the same journey because I was telling him. So I want to start a footwear brand, but it's more going to be like loafers, because all I wear is like leather boots or leather loafers. Yeah. So I need to learn to make those and then start a brand. Yeah.
I should
things like that. It's more going to an actual shoemaker.
Yeah.
Like an actual cobbler. Do you know what I mean? Like I would love to go to a cobbler, but I don't even know where one is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There ain't many. They're like key shops.
Yeah.
There's not many about. So I mean, it's so big in America. It's not really big over here.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard. That's why I thought I'm gonna just buy a sewing machine and just
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know none of this shit. I didn't know how to do Photoshop, Final Cut, editing, like.
You learned all of that within like a year.
No, my brand's been going for 2 years.
Okay, 2 years.
Shoes 1 year. Like.
Yeah, handmade shoes a year. I've been customizing shoes 5-6 years now.
Yeah.
Since I was like 15, I was in my loft, had a little workshop, painting shoes, and then that's when my business started. And then B-Mob's been going about 2, 3 years now. It might be 3 years this year actually. Yeah, 3 years. Because basically I used to be a mechanic for Ford. I was a Ford mechanic, and I quit my job as soon as I finished my apprenticeship.
Yeah.
The day I got my papers, I went in with my notice and I quit. And I bought a one-way ticket to Canada and just thought, fuck it, I'm gonna go travel the world.
Yeah.
I was 19 then, and then what happened was, I come across a few upcoming artists out there, and they basically brought me in their group and just took me about, and that's when I thought, do you know what, I'll start my clothing brand. Had them all wearing it on stage, repping my brand. I was getting all the content ready.
Yeah.
And then I went to LA, started shooting music videos over there as well, growing the brand, and then I come back to here, got the other workshop while building this one, got back into the shoes, and I'm here today.
Nice.
So yeah, I've got a whole story behind the brand. That's dope. So B-Mob does stand for Be My Own Boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to inspire other people to do the same thing basically.
Which is why obviously the end goal is to have like a
sneaker school.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just like in part of the sneaker school. I want like graphic designers. I want like everything into one. Do you know what I mean? Like a cameraman.
Yeah.
What you're looking for a cameraman? Just come to B-Mob and you can. We've got.
The problem is we don't like. I feel like in America they have all these like creative hubs. Where in London or just the UK in general, we don't really have too many of them. Yeah. Where you can just go. Learn how. There used to be a lot, especially for music. There used to be a lot of those, but they're all like gone. I don't know what happened to them.
We've been talking about this for like years.
Just creative hub.
For me, like, look at today. 2 days ago, I literally called like you guys, one person, like, yo, bro, what are you doing on Saturday? And it was just because getting everyone together. Then you have all these ninjas who have different skill, and everyone kind of can create and bring that idea to life.
And what I respect most is that you all actually made time and effort to out of your way and actually calm down.
Yeah, bro.
Do you know what I mean? It's majority of people these days is like, oh yeah, I'll be there, and then you go last minute. Do you know what I mean? So it's just you just think, oh, alright, cool. There's no point even shouting you anymore and just wasting your time, is there? So that's why I'm a one-man army, because I'm not around people like you lot.
Yeah.
Because look how far you lot live as well. Do you know what I mean? So they're in.
It's hard though, because I think that a lot of the ethos these days is like being very like people are so happy to be like just like I'll do all of this shit myself, when having like a cohort of people together like helps like elevate. Cause like it sounds like bullshit, but like the adage of like you are who you hang out with,
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
like
Literally.
absolutely
Yeah.
legit. So it's like when you isolate yourself. So we're talking about this, like when you isolate yourself so much, and like you don't want to be isolated. But it's like, how the fuck do I meet these other people and blah blah blah.
Do you know
Like,
how I met Richard? Literally.
Lee has crazy stories.
Bro, I
yeah.
have stories.
That's all.
He literally
Oh, mate, that's what
Instagram. Like
He's a
Instagram
top
has
player.
been amazing. Like I saw his work, everything was black. I think I put out this whole thing saying we're looking for someone to support in the studio. He hit me up. He came to the studio, and in
He's
a
a
day
fuck
we
customer.
made this. I gotta show that. I gotta show that shit every time. Right, you gotta wear it. Come through. Clear ground. Come in. So we made this in the studio in like we designed it in like 2-3 hours, and we started making it a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month now, last year. But yeah, check it out, bro. Fire gilet, super puffy.
So he made that
We
in
made
like,
it, yeah. We literally we met for the first time,
yeah.
and we're like, let's make something, bro. And then yeah, we just made this.
Bubblegum, I call them.
How long did it take you to make the gilet?
well, the concept we kind of we came up with like that night or whatever, but like the actual making of it was like I'd started with the front half and then realized it kind of needed like the bridging here and here to sort of make it frameworked into like a 3D piece instead of it being like
Yeah.
spitting out the puff. So like puffer jack is so much harder. But it took like maybe like to do the whole thing probably like a day maximum, if that. I
Wow.
would say.
Bro, we literally we met on Instagram. We met and we're like, yo, let's make something. Boom. Quick.
I don't like to spend more than like a few days making something because I'm too like immediate. I want the shit like done and in my hand, like finished. The only thing that's like taken so long is like I'm making like a big trench coat that's like reversible, and so it's a lot of like
Yeah.
mind fuck to figure out the reversible situation of it. But like other than that, it's like if I'm making a piece, I'm just like I need to get it done in a day. Otherwise, it's gonna be like this headache sitting in the corner over there, like looking at me.
I was 19, so
Yeah.
2019. Okay.
I like the way it sits on the body.
Yeah. It's kind of very oversized.
Yeah.
It's like pillows.
We just kind of wanted to go like absurd puff, basically, like fuck off kind of puff kind of thing.
Like literally. So like this is like running that. But Inkscape is
I gotta get everyone here today.
kind of like a Photoshop, but you can export things.
What's going on, bro?
Into the files. So this is how I learn. I take shoes apart and then learn how it goes back together and shit.
We done
That's
this.
what a lot of fashion designers do.
From
they like
this
break the pattern of
to
a
this.
like jacket apart. And
Look
then-
at that, fam.
Yeah.
Fish scale leather. What's this? This
Fish
the coral
skin, yeah.
reef.
Yeah, so that's actually elephant.
Talk about this
print.
one.
That's elephant print on lamb
Yeah.
skin. That's black suede. You got the fish skin, purple fish skin, and then the veg tan, obviously the patch. Blue soul.
that.
So there's a story to it. So
Yeah, the
that's
ocean
the
soul. Look at
yeah.
that, fam.
that's like the coral, and then that's actual fishing that I cut up.
Is it suede?
Yeah, the black suede.
And then you
Fish in that.
even.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, fam. Look at that right there, fam.
Suede soles.
Mad.
Then I had the python. This is when I met Lee. These times now. Doing the python.
That's mad, fam.
That's when I went. That's when I went over to Lee's house. When I was doing that shoe.
Yeah,
That's-
where's the chocolate shoe that you did?
I had a
That's
very
where it's right.
yeah, the very top.
Yeah, it's up there, fam.
Oh.
So like, this is just scrap leather in it. So I was just like, yeah. That's my first proper pair that
Yo.
I made. Like I made an actual pair.
Mad.
And then it was.
That was the one with.
Oh yeah,
me,
I'll show
right?
you some that I done with my niece. This is printed onto fabric.
Jeez.
Yeah, some Jordans. Got it printed onto fabric. But that's all hand stitched on that machine.
Do you have one of the for the Jordan 1s or?
Yeah. So
Where do you find those? Because those are
Those are the hardest.
These
Yeah.
are Jordan ones.
I've heard
they're
they're
size
hard to
3.5.
find.
Yeah,
Can you just find these
Ooh,
on
these are
like
weighty,
eBay or
fam.
something?
Huh?
Can you just find these on eBay?
Yeah. Some.
This tune is
Yeah.
fucking hard.
I've got people on Insta now that I can get good prices at like £100.
Wait, does this work for the low as well, or do you have to buy a different?
Yeah,
one
no,
for
they're the ones that I made for my missus, isn't it? They're 3.5. High, low, or dunks. as
Oh,
well.
so you have to buy an
Different
individual one for every size.
Every size, every
Ah.
shoe, every different type of shoe, and every size. Yeah, but so Jordan 1 works on dunks and 1s.
Yeah.
The Jordan 4s work on 3s as well. Jordan 3s.
Interesting.
Because the same like shape in it.
Yeah.
So let's set up.
Yeah, this is real life. But he said this was like $450 or something like that.
£450.
No, like 100.
100.
Oh,
Yeah, but he got those for
100.
100.
So each one. So
Yeah.
I was just saying to them outside.
So now it's
Every shoe
And you have to dust up.
has its own
so
shape.
I'll just
Yeah.
get a bit of
So
duct
you have to
tape.
get the last for whatever the design is. And sometimes some people will get
Otherwise
lost
it
like
smudges
this. And if
onto
we
the
designed a
leather.
shoe
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Gravity Sketch and the shape is
Yeah.
like sharper here, we'll have to file it
So
down.
literally just
So
go
you
through
can
that white door.
start
Yeah,
altering,
just on the
but
right
you can
back.
actually 3D print these as well.
Just shut the door though. Just
3D print these. So we can
can
design, we can scan your leg, we'll scan your foot, get the shape of your foot, 3D print the last, design your shoe, 3D prints the whole shoe.
I know where you can get one of the machines actually.
Oh really?
That's it.
How long would you say it took you to like learn to make shoes from
I've been
scratch?
doing shoes a year now.
A year?
Yeah,
Bro.
no, this is my
In
first.
a
This
year?
is my first ever mock-up.
In a year?
It's what I learned on this sewing machine right here.
What month? What
Oh
month
my
did you do this
God.
in last year?
This is.
Was it 2019, late 2019 or 2020? Fam,
2019.
look at it. Fam,
It went
the
2019.
detailing.
And this is like his first what?
Mock-up, yeah, that was the
This
first
is
mock-up.
crazy.
Fam, that laser cut is blowing right now. And look at his level of detailing now. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's even incomparable. Level of curation is mad.
Here we go.
Details. Look at that.
27th of November 2020.
27th of November 2020.
Yeah, that taught myself. And then I was gassed when I got to this part. I was like, oh shit, I've actually made a shoe. I'm like, bro, look.
No, that's
I've made-
wild.
Look at it. I think I stayed up there late on one of them. There you go. Signed it.
There, you can have a look.
Oh shit. Oh fuck, it's happening.
And so you could set that to be even deeper and cut through, you're saying?
Wait, that can cut through things.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it depends. So like this is engraving right now. If you want it to cut, you have to do an outline in a red colour. Jordan 4. You know, like the Jumpman.
Yeah.
I wanted my logo to be like the barker with the Jumpman.
Yeah.
I did my logo. That was for the schools.
Like, Sarah Burton was kind of like put in that situation more than like groomed for the situation, you know, like how someone like there's an actual succession plan. I don't feel like there was a real succession plan for Sarah Burton, but if I know LVMH does what they do, which is like they like to set this whole heritage schema up depending on the designer's thoughts and processes, right? So the way that they relaunched Ramoa and such stuff like that. So I think they're gonna obviously first of all wait till 2025, which is when they get their contract, right? And then maybe between 2025 and 2030, 2032, they're going to start like bringing someone like properly out to really go for it, right? If they actually have the rights to do anything before 2025, it will be a total surprise to me. But how I see it, just business-wise, the way it works, and just on Louis Vuitton's respect for heritage, they're going to wait and then start building it up that Off-White is going to come back and they're going to pick someone that's probably new and from the surface. So like, who's that guy? The guy from Cali, he does like the denim. What's his name again?
There's so many of them. There's Murder
The Murder Bravado,
Yeah,
that's his
yeah.
name. Yeah, I feel like that's probably what's gonna happen. Like, in my opinion, like I feel like maybe someone like him, maybe the guy at Palm Angels, but in my thoughts, I think it's probably just gonna be a new person from CSM, like 30 years old, as they usually do. It's always the case. Yeah, it's like it's the usual cup of tea, innit? It's like someone that's come out of college. They've got a great collections and they work in that ethic, right? Because as reality stands, people are still working off the contemporary Margiela-esque, rework-esque type stuff, like, so it's nothing like Off-White. But obviously, due to Virgil's influence now, there's going to be at least one in the next 5 years that's going to come up based off, I'm a streetwear kid that did skating. I'm not going to be a professional skater, but I am going to make clothes for us, and I want them to be high fashion and, you know, inner city type stuff. And if you catch that delta, then...
You reckon Louis Vuitton's going to, like, try to still be that connect? You know what I mean? How they had the connect with Virgil of, like, streetwear, and they had the connect with that of, like... You know, that they're trying to feed that, you know, like, do you think they'll still have that, they're going to still shoot for that link with the next designer you're in?
Every celebrity in Fashion Week, and then, like, all the Americans were wearing Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
And then women were wearing Louis Vuitton menswear, and then people were just, I don't know what, like, I respect Nicolas Casquilla, but the way that people were like, Louis Vuitton menswear is better than Louis Vuitton womenswear. That was like that's insane. A lot, like, before then nobody was ever saying women's menswear was better than women's.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember a time, but just for me personally, like, it will behoove them to, like, just move all the way away.
But see, that's the thing. That's like, how do they catch that lightning in a bottle again? You know?
Yeah, like, where do they find that? They're gonna. Bro, like, me personally, they're gonna take someone from Kanye's camp, and
you reckon
that's what's gonna happen again, man.
Yeah.
There's someone really cool, like Molana is really cool, and she's doing a lot of work, but it's like the production level needs to be higher. Like, I feel like if she had a lot more money, she'd do a lot more greater stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think Molana has done, like, enough to get the LV job.
Exactly,
but yeah.
But if she had a lot more money, you know that she's gonna produce, like, like, and plus,
because she just hasn't had, like, when Virgil went there, he had so many runway collections by then, so many collabs under his belt. It's like,
he had the 10. He had quite a fair few.
What do you feel like her fashion strategy is? I feel like she intentionally puts out a lot of, like, I saw your hat.
Yeah.
She's very selective with the sort of things she puts out. And I don't know if she's really big on commercializing. I think she is super passionate about what she does and really likes to innovate, because her angle is always very like, oh, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's like trying to be huge commercial. Not definitely. It doesn't feel like that's the immediate strategy. Maybe eventually, but I think she's really just exploring and sort of really like playing around with her style, if you like.
I think it's two things, right? It's that, but I don't know whether she cares much about playing with exclusivity, but she does like to feed her base.
Yeah.
Right, because it's the new indie crowd that's developing, that's like, it's still ever growing, and they're out from Africa, the diaspora, everywhere.
The Altair kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Altair, whatever they call themselves.
Yeah, I thought it was alt, but
how do they say it?
Altair,
yeah.
Yeah, so, like, it's still growing, and it's a style that's developing, right? And she, like, before the pandemic, she was producing at quite a frequency, but you wasn't seeing it because she likes to present. Like, she likes to do presentations, and like the hats were the one thing that kind of threw me off, because as much as I like the hats and that they just kind of came out, and then people started talking about the quality of the hats and all of this and all of that, and and that's just kind of what happens, isn't it? But for the rings, there was this whole presentation.
I like the ring.
She done the 3D thing.
I like the rings.
She done like
the like see-through kind of marbly or ceramic.
Yeah.
So I like the rings.
Yeah,
How
it was
do you
properly.
buy her stuff?
Her website. But they sell out a lot. Some of the stuff, like, well, a lot of the stuff sells out really
like
fast.
Very
Yeah.
3D.
Yeah.
Speaking of 3D. Speaking
Yeah.
of 3D, we need to
What's her? She has this friend Detto. Detto has like that song with her, didn't she? So yeah. So they're all like creative minds in a way, sort of.
So like there was a whole presentation around the rings, but the hats didn't have the same. I don't know.
Presentation. They're just dropped.
They just dropped
Yeah,
in
I
it,
agree.
and it was like obviously we saw the hats if you followed her on Instagram, and then she dropped the hats, and then people were like, when the hats are gonna drop, and then she was like, okay, I'm dropping them this day, and then we just got hats, and then it was just like it was literally just I don't know how else to explain that really. There was a demand and she fulfilled that demand, but for her it's like there's a lot of presentation that she proposes, and she has this style and way of releasing things that has this effect, like the Nollywood digital VHS type way of presenting things, that if she's not doing that, then she's not dropping clothes.
Aesthetically, some of her stuff, like, you know, she had those Love Nigeria tees.
Yeah.
That tee literally reminds me of like the type of t-shirt, and even the colorways as well. The kind of t-shirts that they would style old Nollywood actresses in, from like time, you know, the old Nollywood where the Spider-Man would jump out of the sky type of movies.
Oh, and that's the style, that's the pickup, that's the conversation that she's having with her presentations, isn't it? So it's I would say if she's not doing that, then she's not gonna drop clothes. But if she had a lot more resources, then I think the frequency would pick up, and the amount may pick up as well. But like if the style of presentation isn't there, it's not like
Right, let's talk 3D. Dammy, so you've had experience on the Oculus. What's your feedback?
He's just in his world.
No, honestly, like, what's your feedback? Very quick summary, high level summary. How do you feel like
a high level summary?
I'm talking about Gravity Sketch. So this design 3D app.
Bring it in.
How do you feel this will leverage? How do you feel this will change the fashion industry? Or what are the use cases?
Do you know what the positive thing about having an Oculus is the fact that it's cheaper than a computer, and you can work in tandem with an iPad. So a lot of times, especially with the stuff that I make, I have to have a big computer, and the way that I've bombarded the group chat with my computer is broken again. Like, you will feel my iMac, I'd go like this, and it's just hot. It's just like hot, and then the way that it breaks down,
and then it crashes.
But just the fact that you made it in VR, people just love the sound of that. So even if it's not like the most high quality thing, like I made this one fur hat in Blender, right? Like just messing about and all of that stuff. It's like this I made this long fur one and this short fur one. The amount of time it took me to render that out, it was like, I left the house, I came back, and it was still rendering. That's how long it took. And it was just, it was a lot of work. But I see a lot of people make designs now, especially like in Clo 3D and that, and it's not a knock, but it's not production quality. It's not. This is exactly what you would see. This is like a 1-to-1 of what you will see in real life.
Yeah.
Which is where we're going, but it's not what's accepted. What's accepted is a very sketch type quality to it, and it's good for anyone who's like super new that wants to make something, be in the know, and you can produce at a fairly qualitative level to what people want in a production facility. So now you're a VR artist. Like it can be a singular job, you being able to design in VR. Like I could literally design a car in there, easy.
I feel like for me,
I was even thinking, like after I saw, sorry not to cut you off, but I saw one tool there, I was like, I can make my chair design with this one tool.
Yeah.
And that's how easy it is.
I feel like with fashion, especially now with the metaverse, we're seeing things like digital experiences. You know, I can see like 3D or VR stores where you'd be in the store and have a whole experience and buy clothing. So I think Dior actually have a channel on here already where all the shows are in like 3D, basically. So that's just one. So I feel like there's so many use cases and opportunities for people to start.
Isn't that where they want to get the metaverse to where it's basically an alternative to our world, like completely?
You can buy,
so like
your outfit.
your outfit in the metaverse, your house, your like you can shop in the meta, like literally everything.
Do we actually want to have this like real conversation?
Go on, let's go for it. Let's go for it.
People, because
I love the metaverse. So whatever you're saying, I feel like this I feel like this is where we always needed to be.
You know what, yeah? Like, I told Lee this the other day, right? I will say what it is now and, like, where I come from with this, right? So, what it is now is that commerce has got so big that it can't fit in this screen that we're looking at now. It needs a different place to live.
Yeah.
It needs to feel and look more than endless scroll. We're still gonna be endless scrolling, mind you. Like, we're still gonna be wandering the mean streets of the internet, but reality is more so that it's gonna be bigger. It's just gonna feel bigger. It's gonna feel more. You're gonna feel more mass, right? That's where we're going. We're going to more mass with less.
You can get lost.
Yeah, you can truly
like,
get lost.
If someone pisses me off, I'll just put my VR headset and I feel like with this. I feel like what makes it really weird or scary is you can't tell what I'm looking at. You don't know what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So it's almost like if you're sat there or your girl or whatever, like she can't tell what you're doing. Like, what are you looking at? No, you can't see, and you can just drift into worlds, experiences. And I feel like this is definitely one platform that I want to take advantage of, like create some sort of runway fashion show, you know, things like that where people can pay or they log in and be part of it. It's just it's fucking amazing.
There's people already now that like you can actually go to a basketball game in Oculus, and it's actually happening and like doing.
I need to try this. Right?
And shopping.
I need you to. We need to swap chairs. Let's swap chairs. You need to try this.
Shopping.
You're the only one that hasn't actually tried it.